Hey, hi everyone. So in this video, I'll walk you through the entire setup as how to create those custom landing pages inside Webflow using Clay. So the flow would remain like this. So there is an ABM template which is given by Clay, which you should copy and save it inside your Clay book. By the way, you can't use this entire setup if you don't have either a starter plan or above inside Clay, or if you are under a 14-day free trial, then you can also check out these features. Otherwise, the Webflow integration won't work. So let's start with the first step, which is copy ABM template from Clay's URL. So you will see this URL where they have entirely mentioned as what are the steps to do it. I'm going to repeat a lot of things that I already mentioned here, but I'll just give you an actual flow so that you can replicate it at your end. So let's say you click on this button called copy this template. Once you click on it, it will show up in a page like this. So let's say if I click on this button, create table inside the account. So it will automatically set up an account with the input and all those variable name and the collection and everything. I have also just now created a Webflow account. Here you can create a collection inside Webflow. So let's say if I come here, select a collection, I can edit any of these existing collection, or I can just create a new collection. So let me name something as plain text. I'll write heading title 1, and for another one I will create another heading custom field and I'll write it as heading title 2. I'll create another one, create subtext custom heading subtext 1. I can add multiple fields here to customize it, and I need to name a collection name. So let's say this is ABM. URL is, you can write any custom URL. You can generally write it as category name or something like that. So let's say ABM category is the name that I chose here to landing page. So it will show up as website.com/category/ whatever the final page name that you will try to write here. So that is, so you can make multiple customizations. Once you are ready with this, click on create collection. This collection is already ready now. So what I can do right now, I have the home page. I generally suggest like cloning your home page and creating something using it. So I'll create the design of my home page to our collection. So I pasted the section here. I can go back, depending on what section you want to copy from your homepage, you can go back to your homepage, select any particular section that you want to copy. So let me go into the pages section here, and let's say I want to copy this. I'll copy, or I can select this entirely, go back to my ABM page and just paste. So I have cloned my entire home page under this ABM templates page. Now what I can do, I can move on to the third step. So the first two are done here. So we have created a copy of our ABM template. We have created a custom collection inside Webflow, and we have copied the same design. We now have to add custom text inside Webflow. So I think we have already done that with the custom fields. We have already done the clone any homepage inside your collection. Now let's customize your logic inside Clay. So I'll go back to the Clay Lander book. Generally, you can select anything as input. So you will have, so if you're using a social listening tool, generally you will have the data coming from there as an input text here. So if you use any social listening tool, or even you can use Clay to find out mentions where people have commented anything on LinkedIn related to a particular keyword or maybe a phrase that you would ideally like to pick. You pick that signal, add it here. So there are multiple tools. Either you can use Clay to find out those signals, or so like I said, these inputs are generally coming from a social listening tool. So you can use multiple social listening tools which are out there in the market depending on the category that you are in. So let's say if you want data from Reddit to come in so that you can reach out to them, or you write a custom post if there is any mention of any company. So there is already a Zap which adds new rows on Google Sheet for new post or comment matching terms searches on Reddit. So you can maybe use this Zap so it comes into a Google Sheet, and you can connect that Google Sheet to Clay. That can be done, or you can use dedicated tools which are out there in the market for doing customizations or pulling out signals from the market, because you don't just necessarily want something like who posted about it, but you also want what did they post about it, because that input or that text, whatever they post about it on social, that will help you to customize that landing page much personalized to whatever they said. It might sound a little spooky, but the point here is I am thoroughly aware of what you're doing or what is your problem statement, and I'm just trying to relate to your problem stated in the closest way possible, right? So there are a bunch of players who have done it. In fact, there was a LinkedIn post done by from Philip, I'm assuming from Zapier, who talked about how he got targeted through a ABM campaign, which was essentially talking exactly what he felt inside Zapier. So that ABM really worked, and he took a demo for that particular tool. So that's the ultimate idea. Like I mentioned in the newsletter, the idea of ABM is not to convert a customer, is actually get a customer to talk to you, or just maybe check out your tool for free. So yeah, keeping all that aside, now let's get back to completing this flow setup. So this is the account where I've cloned it. Let's say we add a new row here. So let's say we want to target Zapier, add another row, maybe Clay. Let's say I have to reach out to these companies, right? So as soon as I added the company name, do you see the enrichment which is getting triggered? So they are just creating all the pages. What since it is an auto update, I would highly recommend you to pause a couple of things. Personally, I don't think that everything that you need that is here that you need. For example, I was not thinking of using the logos because it will just make my page little awkward. So you can hide this. You can even delete this top customers. I had zero intention of adding any customer, so I'm removing all these things. They have a hero heading, they have a CTA headline. I'm deleting this as well. I will create a couple of custom columns. One thing that I figured, let's say if you get a company name which is something like, so in some of the cases you might have to clean a company name. So generally you can delete some of the things before starting it. So you can customize and delete all of that stuff. There is a prompt that I've particularly written for slug because in some cases I don't want the slug to break. Generally this is the by default what they have written. If you want to use AI, you can click on use AI, describe what you want, and it will generate a formula for you, and you can use that as a prompt. So yeah, for every input you can get this kind of an output. So it depends on how you want to set up your company name and slug, because generally you don't want these to break and you want all of this to be in small case. So you just set up click on edit column, and you can customize the logic of anything that is written here. If you are stuck, please use ChatGPT or some other tool, and you can explain the step where you are stuck at, and it will give you the recommendation. So the heading title is fixed. All of this is done. Now let's integrate our page with Webflow. So I'll remove this. So yeah, let's move into the next step as how should we connect Clay to Webflow. So I'll go here, click on edit column, select my Webflow account. So I'll select as, this is the actual account where we created our page. So this is QBack. I will name it as QBack ABM. Once this is done, I will select the site. So you will see the site as In the drop down, you'll see the site as QBack. We created a collection called ABMs, so that collection is there. The slug is also already there. Now we can go back to our page, and this is the actual page where we replicated stuff. So if you go inside here, click on this gear icon. If you click on this gear icon, you will see this button called text. So let me write this as heading title 1. So what will happen, whatever heading title 1 that you're going to write inside your Clay, it'll come here, automatically update this entire heading title to that specific heading title that you've created inside the page. So that is one heading title 1. I can go here and I can click on again this plus icon, click it as heading title 2, right? I can also customize this to, let's say if I have to write a dedicated subtext, heading subtext 1. So all the connection is already set up in place here. I have mapped the flow. Now I need to create this custom column so that I can edit it inside Playbook. So for hero heading is fine, we have the heading. I'll create a new column. Insert column left. In this one, what I want them to do would be write a custom text, write a subheading for text. Now we had hero heading title. I'll just rename this as heading title 1. This is heading subtext so that we know what we are mapping. And then I will add heading. There was a heading subtext 2 that we also created, so maybe I'll create a column on the right, heading subtext 2. Now what we'll go do in this, we'll say here are all the features you need for, again we can select that company name and click on save. So what will happen, I think you will be able to visualize it in that text. So you can create, so you can customize your entire landing page, and you can, I generally select the subtitles and subtext majorly, or maybe the heading titles and subtext, because that is what is read more often. I don't want to go into the minute text and change every feature name. I don't think that is super helpful. Also, you can write the subtext or the main text depending on whatever social signal you have picked. So you can use the social signal. Let's say somebody would have written, let's say in another input, if you had a column, I select a text message here and social signal. Yeah, so let's say I come here. This is the social signal, by the way. Yeah, I can click on generate, so it will generate a prompt for me, which I can use it to write the social signal for me. Yeah, here is the prompt it's writing. I have purposely used 150 characters because in design, if you're whatever design you're creating, make sure you count the character length and use the same character length. Otherwise, every company name will be different. The size of the company name will be pretty big, or the length of the text would be pretty big, and it will just mess up your entire web page. So make it like you use the company name which is like the longest company name in terms of character length. Use that length and write your entire text. So make sure that your subtext or heading title, whatever you write, the count of text should match, or the length of the character should match your actual design. Otherwise it will just mess up your entire design. So yeah, we have the prompt ready. I can click on accept prompt and click on save. What happened here? I think we had a page here. So let's say, let me write Clay Zapier one more time. I'm just adding some random text. Hey, I want to use Zapier. Zapier, but it is not working. I am writing some garbage text here. I actually edited that text. Entire LinkedIn account for creating customized landing pages. I mean, I know this is not something that um, build customized landing pages. So yeah, I don't know. I think I deleted something somewhere because of which this entire mess happened. So the landing subtext is ready. The heading title page is ready. Heading subtext is there. All of this is ready here. This landing page title, subtext, subtext 1, subtext 2, all of this is ready. I think this is getting queued and it will convert. Now I need to reconnect this to the account. So I'll select QBack, I'll select ABM, click on save. Let it run. It will get the collection item from the Webflow because we have already integrated. So it found out that there is no page using that particular text created now or yet. So let's say if we go to, we'll have to do this for site. I don't know why it keeps changing it. ABM. You'll see heading title page 1, page 2, subtext 1, page title. This is exactly what we created inside Webflow as extra text. So I can click here and I will map it to heading title 1. Heading title 2, I'll map it to heading title 2. Heading subtext 2. Heading subtext 1, maybe I'll map it to heading subtext 1. So these are basic things which are ready. Right. Correct. So this is all set up. I'll click on save. What will happen right now? So what we have done, we have now a custom logic inside Clay. Now we have also mapped our custom fields inside Webflow. So all the steps are done. Now if I click on just save right now and run this, it will automatically create 2 pages inside my collection with that exact name. See, do you see created item? Now if I go back here inside Webflow and I click on refresh, supercharge Zapier ZTM using Clay. Here is the custom landing page. Here is the, again, the text changed to Zapier. I think I also written one. Sometimes there is a bug with the refresh. I don't know why. It just doesn't see. All the accounts were there. It's somehow or it's in some way. So using that text, it wrote a subtext. Hey, I use Zapier and it is amazing. Something, something. So what is the name of this column? Landing page, GPT text. I can map my, if I have to edit anything or change anything, I can like go back and map it one more time. ABM account, which is collections. Click on refresh once you make any edits. You go back to your collection. Select the ABM account. I think all of this is already done. You need to just map it to the right text. You can go to the create collection. You can remap the text heading subtext one. I think it was something related to GPT. Landing text GPT. Click on save. So now if I click on save and hit run, it will go back and update the entire pages in one shot. So I can create 500 landing pages and update each 500 of them in one shot. So if you pages, let's go to pages, let's go to our collections. You see the name of all collections here. Here the subtext and text, heading, title, subtext one, all of that is getting mapped. If I go back to my design, one second, if I go back to pages here, ABM template, you can see different pages. I can maybe change my page to some other one. So let's say if I click on GLL, supercharge GLL theme with Clay. Here's a subtext for how to create landing pages for Clay. Like this, all of this got mapped in one shot and the text got changed to Clay. You can just click on publish and it will all get published. So this is super simple. Just to backtrack one more time. Copy this template from here. This is the template. Click on copy. You will see that inside Clay. Click on the custom collection inside Webflow. So here's the custom collection. I create a collection in Webflow. So we created a collection called ABMs and we mapped it to, like, we created some custom fields inside those collection, and then we cloned our existing page. So you can clone your home page. So you can go to the home page, click on section, you can copy this body, this entire section, go back to the ABM template and just paste it here. And it will just clone your entire homepage here. Once you have cloned it, your homepage, your design of the page is done. So we have done this cloning of homepage. Now we can go back to Clay, write any custom logic, like do any text. So this is where you can go crazy. You can do any customization. You use the social signal to write any custom text, do all that permutation combination and run it. I would highly recommend to delete a couple of things that they have already set up in the first place, like logic, customer name, 1, 2, 3, because the moment you add it, it will just auto fire and like hit your credits. So I won't suggest creating this entirely for 200 companies in one shot. I'll say just do it for one row and column, do that testing, create that page, change it. Once you have done it, all you need to do is just add the list of 500 account names. Like if I create one more account, let's say if I select this text, copy it here, and instead of Zapier, I write, let's say, lovable, it's getting queued. They got the name, they're writing the landing page title, they'll write the company name, subtext got written, this got written. Let's see. So I did 171 odd landing pages in less than 5 minutes, because this first setup will take at least 15-20 minutes to execute. And by the way, I am recording this in one shot with couple of edits in the video. So I've done this entire setup in front of this live call in one go. So this is lovable here. If I go back now, can I see lovable page getting created here? Yeah, I have the lovable page here. I can customize. I generally recommend titles because that is something that is visible the most. So customize those titles. Customize. Generally, people only will see the top fold of your page. So make sure whatever customization you want to do, use these two sections like your page title and this as the core section of your page. Rest everything you can plug in the company's name and all that stuff. But if you have to make it very, very specific, use the text that somebody has written in your social signal to write a good subtext, or maybe use that text to write your main page. Make sure your character length is in tune, because if you add any company name, it might just mess up your entire design or layout structure. So make sure that your character length is exactly fitting. Test it out for one page and then it will all be done. So yeah, I hope you create out this entire flow. I hope you got to know as how to create this in one shot. I would highly recommend using signals inside Clay to find out the persona that you want to reach out to them. The other combination that I was thinking was inside this Clay page, I thought of creating a new column, and I'll hunt for my persona in all of these companies, create a persona tab where I have I'll reach out to those specific 20-25 odd people from each company. I'll use GPT inside a column and write a custom email for them using that social signal. And in that email, I can plug in this landing page. So, and then I can write email sequence 2, email sequence 3, email sequence 4, and all those 4 email sequence, I can add these landing pages as a custom logic. While that is getting fired as emails, I can also set up my LinkedIn outreach, or maybe if you have a cold call outreach, you can do a cold call outreach as well. But I will highly recommend not to do it in dev or infra tools. Don't pepper developers with calls. So do it for calls. You can do it with LinkedIn messages. You can write custom ads. So reach out to these 20-25 companies through your LinkedIn ads. Get all the profiles of people from this, exported it as an email, and upload them as a custom audience inside LinkedIn. You can do the same setup inside Reddit. So if you're using Reddit to target them, you can upload the entire customer list inside Reddit, or upload the entire list of all people that you want to target from these accounts inside Reddit. So the idea of entire ABM is you have to be omnipresent. You have to gain the trust of that particular individual, so that they use your tool for free if it's a PLG product, and if it's not a PLG product, ideally you want them to reach out to you, send a reply to your email, or maybe sign up for a demo in some case. Like, the intention is to just get them to talk to you. I'm not saying the idea of ABM is to convert a customer. Yes, that is the ultimate goal. But the first goal of a ABM is you pick those 20-25 targeted accounts where you know that these people have that exact pain that you are trying to solve. Reach out to them, get them on board to take a call at your side, or use your tool in the first place. That's the core thing of ABM. Use all the personas, and I would say use all the channels: LinkedIn, Reddit, Twitter ads. If you want to target them, essentially use LinkedIn, reach out. You can do emails, cold call. Again, I said it depends on how and where you want to do it. If you want to do also print ads, you can do some print ads and just show up some kind of print ad in front of those 200 or 150 odd companies. You can also do gifting. You can reach out to these 20-25 maybe senior execs of these companies and, hey, send them some with a custom, add more list of companies. You can keep this pipe like ongoing forever as in account-based marketing. So yeah, that's all from my side. I keep sharing more and more details to product marketers and founders of how to use AI or how to use tools to actually do it, because I see the future product marketer as more of a builder, not as a homepage consultant or some kind of consultant or strategy person. Execute this. See you. Bye-bye.